Power 106, Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. It is going down, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we got a friend of the neighborhood, man. I would say one of the hardest working women in radio business. Yesi Ortiz is up in here. Yesi, first of all, welcome back to the neighborhood. Yes.
Thanks, Liz, right?
Yeah, no, welcome back to the neighborhood, baby girl.
Thank you, Big.
Now, I am really, it's an honor, really, to sit down with you and, on the real and talk about what's going down this Saturday. Now, Saturday night, man, on Style, you have your television show, a documentary called Single with Seven.
Yes.
I love the title, too.
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
And Single with Seven, just when there's so many different, reality shows out there and everybody's dating and getting drunk and so on and so forth, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is a show, man, that shows the life of Yesi and a decision that you felt like you not that you had to make, but you made.
That I wanted to.
That you wanted to make when it came to dealing with family members.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you could just explain the position of how you became single with Seven.
A few years ago, actually, my sister, my sister and her husband at the time weren't really great parents, and they unfortunately had to take their children, been taken away and got placed in foster care and everything like that.
And all 7 of the kids are your sister's
actually
kids?
There was 6 of them. The 7th child was never placed in the system, but the 6th one, all 6 of them were, and so they all were placed in foster cares in different homes, and they were all separated.
Wow.
Which, when you're growing up with a big family like that of a lot of children, it's very heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to be separated from your brothers and sisters. And so, me just being a woman that just family is so important, it wasn't even a second thought for me to just say, you know what, let me step up.
So
I need to step up.
How long were the kids in foster care?
2 years.
2 years. Wow. And at that time, you're a young lady also. And yes, you don't have any of your own kids, right?
No, I don't have any children.
And so you're a young person trying to get to where you got to get to
I was
as far
say,
as career.
Financially, you're taking in not just like 1 or 2, but 7.
I got 2 kids, and I've been in a great career, and that's a haul. I couldn't imagine 7 kids.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because those same questions the lawyers all asked me, what are you thinking? You're going to throw your life away. And I was looking at them like they were the crazy ones.
Right.
Like, are you
because I know
questioning
I would have done
me
it.
bringing in my family?
Right.
Yes.
Right. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, I would have done it. But on the real, Yesi, a lot of people wouldn't do it.
And that's what, it's so crazy.
It's
I
scary.
hear that. Yeah,
Right.
I hear that. I'm like, really? It just shocks
your family?
me.
Right. You just make it, especially.
But that shows what kind of, who you are, the family, so on and so forth, man. So fast forward, you adopt all 7 kids.
I adopt all 7 kids.
The reality of having 7 kids, how did that play out in your head?
I never, what it was I'm always used to having I was always used to having my nieces and nephews around.
Right.
I mean, I've had them when they were together with their family, their mom and dad. I had them for sleepovers. It just was an extended sleepover.
Right.
Is how I figured. Now I just had to figure out how I was going to manage and schedule. And my main priority was to have them on a schedule, which made things a lot easier for me. Now to raise these children was because I put them on a schedule the minute that I got them into my home, and it wasn't easy, but...
Did you have to move into a new place? Because now it's 8+ possibly
right.
at
Well,
the house.
When I was doing radio in San Diego, and I actually was living in a townhome, a 3-bedroom townhome by myself for the longest time to prove to the courts that I can handle it on my own. So when it came in, it was an easy transition living-wise.
Best believe that. Yes, Ortiz up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Single with 7. We're going to talk about the show. Y'all stick around. Y'all radio's Big Boy's Neighborhood. Power 106, Big Boy's Neighborhood. It is going down. Yesi Ortiz is up in here, man. Yesi, the hardest working woman in radio. Now,
you 7 kids. That's hard working, man. And then your radio job.
There's a great show that's coming on, man, called Single with 7.
Right now, for you should be thinking about like dating and doing other things. But now you've taken on a family.
Man, we have such a beautiful family. As much as craziness and chaos all families have in roller coaster drama, at the end of it all, we're so together. And
you couldn't imagine life without
it.
Right?
I can't. The minute I can't. They've blessed me.
And I don't mean to be intrusive, but I don't know how long your sister got, but when your sister comes out, will she get the kids back, or is it a permanent adoption?
It's a permanent adoption. Their birth certificates all have my name as their mother, and so it's permanent.
What about just with real life of, one person probably going through, becoming a woman.
Yes.
This person want to probably possibly taste the beer.
Still going through that now.
Going through sexting on the phone.
Yeah. Going through that whole teenagers with 4 teenagers in the house. That's what I'm going through.
With the actual cameras coming in for Style and for a Single with 7, was it a little intrusive at first?
Yeah, at first it was, but then the minute that the children started, what was really great about the production team was that they all became friends with the cameramen and my kids knowing my business, my radio side, and they've coming to my events and seen me do my job. They kind of almost got it. They kind of was like, this is what kind of like what mom does.
And if they know the 3, 2, 1 action.
We know to turn it on.
So they was like, they were at the end of it all. There was like, they know how to turn it on. They was like, should we do a sound clap? They were just like,
girl, do you need me to say that louder?
Cry now. But you know what I was checking out also, man, just with the trailer, you actually had the court footage.
Yes.
Of your being in court, possibly being awarded the kids at that time?
Yeah, well, that was my own personal camera. Right. When you adopt a child, that's the only time that you are allowed to have cameras in the court because it's a moment. It's a birth.
Yeah, they're becoming yours.
It's a birth.
How hard was it those 2 years when the kids were separated?
It was the worst times of my life. I couldn't see a bus. I couldn't see kids with backpacks. I couldn't go into a Disney store because they loved Disney so much. I couldn't do any of that stuff. Like, forget it. It was heartbreaking.
Sometimes, man, it's by example.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, with us growing up, it was 7 of us. Our dad wasn't around. They threatened my mom with, foster and, there was different placements and so on and so forth. So to see you step up and do this, man, those kids will never forget you. And I'm pretty sure you watched the entire episode.
Yeah, I watched.
You said you were surprised by some of the kind of testimonials.
I was very surprised, and it actually really warmed my heart a little bit because I wouldn't expect for them to answer the way they did.
They love you now, and once they get a little older, they're
really understand and appreciate what you're doing.
Man, Yesi, thank you, my love.
Thank you, Big. I really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Our pleasure, man. Single with 7 goes down this Saturday.
Yep,
Style, July 23rd, 9 p.m. Yeah, get it there, right there. Best believe that DVR and make it happen. Big Boys Neighborhood.
Boy.